interviewing my man Luke Desilva. Now, the main purpose of this interview is to talk about the huge Scrappy Championship Wrestling Show, which is coming up 3 weeks from this Sunday on March the 1st in Royston, Georgia. But we are going to go more in depth beyond that. That's the main purpose of this interview. So at this time, we're going to start our interview with Luke Desilva. And the first question is, what got you into wrestling and made you decide you want to be a wrestler?
So, first off, thank you for not only having me on your show, but coming over to my house. There's been a lot of wrestlers that have come to the house and people in the business, so I appreciate you coming over. You're one of my favorite people to have around at shows, being candid. When I was a kid, it really just was kind of accidental. I wasn't really able to play football or baseball yet, just because of the way it was up there. I guess it was in elementary school, primary school, whatever you want to call it, but the gym, my mother put him in wrestling. He'll forget about when he can play football. And funnily enough, right around the same time, I don't remember the year, it was a SummerSlam. Ray got hung from the truss and wrestling for the school. Kind of happened at once, where that's how it all started. Jersey started wrestling with Coach Paul Diamond, Jeff Jacobus. He'll probably pop on in here at some point, but started wrestling with them while I was watching pro wrestling, and essentially from 4 or 5 years old, I was hooked.
I see somebody commenting.
It's a whole bunch of people. I can't see over there, but whoever it is, much love.
It's too far away, and my daughter's holding my phone, so I can't see my comments either.
Yeah, whoever it is, love, thank you for tuning in.
Thank you for being here. We do appreciate it.
For my crew who might not be as ingratiated, this is Ref Brandon Todd. He is Scrappy Championship Wrestling Senior Official, one of my favorite guys to work around in the business, so doing a little phone interview for his channel and I guess my stuff as well.
We were going to do it just on my YouTube because he knows some folks I don't know, and then I know some folks
he may just to make life easy.
And this way we're on YouTube and Facebook. So if you're on here and you have not checked out my YouTube channel,
please do.
So
he has good stuff on there.
It's not just a wrestling channel. I talk football, baseball, basketball, family stuff, a little bit of everything. And the next question is, how long have you been wrestling?
So I've been wrestling amateur stuff since I'm 4, but I got into the business through amateur wrestling. Shout out my boy Javier Ramon. He was a coach at Collins Hill, and around this time he had said to me while I was in high school, hey, you need to try pro wrestling, you'll be really good at it. He brings me down to Platinum Championship Wrestling down in Covington. I got to train with Nodges and Brian Blaze, Bill the Butcher, and then an incredible class. I mean, my training group was DJ Smoke, myself, Hakeem Young, Jay Alpha Miller, Dominic Stuckey in the mix. I mean, a lot of these guys that are, making a whole bunch of noise now, they were all training with me right around the same times. My training started about 2.5 years ago. So I haven't been in the business that long, and I credit the amateur background as well as just the luck I've had with running into all these super successful and knowledgeable people, the OGs and the guys that have been willing to kind of take me under the learning tree and try to help me get as well versed as I can as a pro wrestler.
Bella, before we go any further, do we have any good comments on there? Anybody I need to say hey to? Or anybody have
Someone say good evening.
Oh, good evening. I'll make sure they ain't asking any questions or commenting, and I'm not seeing it. I can't see it. Tell us where all you wrestle at right now.
Fridays I'm in Royston, here at Squared Circle Action. Saturdays it'll depend on the week, but I'll be at Southern Friday this Saturday. Do in their Premier All-Star Wrestling out west. Sundays I'm there every show that they have, obviously, since it's my company for guys. AWE, when they start back up, I'll be hopefully there again, and there are some other places that we'll start making the break into here soon. I don't want to give away too much as there are some surprises down the pipeline, but those are really my main places I work, at least consistently.
And tell us how many championships you've won. And do you have any championships right now?
I'm OSWA's corporate champion. I just had a short reign with SCA's heavyweight title, a couple of tag titles. Mother OSWA. OSWA was the new blood champ up there. forgot that I haven't been to SWA in a while, so it just slipped my mind. But I was a new blood champ up there, and I've been very lucky with the career I've had. Only 2 or so years in the business. I'm very lucky about that.
Now let's talk about the big, huge, scrappy show you got coming up on Sunday, March the 1st. It's going to be called the Scrappy Duels, correct?
The Scrappy Shootout is the name of the show, with the Scrappy Championship duels happening, which for me has always been a goal, was to find a way to take amateur wrestling, something that I've been a part of since I'm 4 years old. One of the things I love most about amateur wrestling is duels. I love the format of team on team. You line your guys up. I love that. Excuse me. And I was trying to find a way to format it while keeping it true to the inspiration, but format it in a professional wrestling context. And I'm super excited. The roster that I've put together, along with the guys in the back that help us every show, and I think the duels, I am super excited to see work, but the way that I am almost willing to wager it will work. I'm super excited to see just how far can we take this kind of duel idea.
And how many teams are we going to have?
It's going to be 4 teams. One is myself, the Kaiju Tower, and Austin Thorne. Hunter James, Jesse Cruz, and Marcus Adams. The Alpha Syndicate, which is going to be Big Bad Brando, Christian Taylor, and Jack Salem. And then the OGs, that's DeLay, Nick Halen, and Jacob Ashworth. So in those 12 guys alone, you have a, if I may say so, as the guy who's running the company, but you have an incredible group of guys there when you look at the youth and the experience of some of the older guys there. I'm very excited to see how this goes. And I highly recommend coming out to anyone if you're in the area.
Showtime is going to be, Sunday, March 1st, 4:30.
4:30 bell.
4 o'clock doors open.
Yep, 4 for the bells, 4:30 doors or first bell, and it should be. I like running them earlier just because then we get home at a reasonable hour, and plus then we can work within the noise ordinances working on a Sunday.
Back when UWF was running, they ran on Sundays and they ran at 4:30, so I'm accustomed to running it on Sundays at 4:30. So I enjoy it.
For 4:30 to me, I think on a Sunday show, we have done some Sunday shows, whether it's me, mom, me, and the wifey, where we'll come home and we won't be getting in the door till midnight, 1 a.m., depending on where it is.
Yeah.
So what I like about this is it lets me bring in talent from West Georgia, the Carolinas, Tennessee. Got some really fun debuts coming soon, but I can get them in, have them work the show, and not get home at a ungodly hour.
Yeah. Because a lot of folks work on Mondays, so you don't want to be out till 11:30 or midnight. So this way, you're out of there by 6:45, 7 o'clock. So you can still be home by.
What the hell are you talking about, you? What are you talking about?
There's going to be another match, isn't there?
Stop it. Yes. I know what I'm doing. It's almost like I've been promoting shows for 2 years. Jesus.
Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Yes, at Scrappy Shootout, since she buried my lead. I mean, it killed me already.
Okay.
But DJ Smoke and Seth Stevens for the lightweight title in a rematch from their last match. That match was really good, so I'm excited to see. We're putting that match back together. I'm excited to see them get after it again. Sal Bernard action again. I'll deal with that guinea when I get there. We'll cross that bridge when we get there with me and Sal. But love Sal to death for what it's worth. But he'll be in action, and just the show as a whole, I'm super excited for. We've done a good job of putting together a unique roster that it's honestly an honor for being 2 years in the business, 2.5 years, having these guys willing to give me a chance to promote and run this in a very, very different way, unlike any other show, I would argue, in the state.
I enjoy it because if you've been to SCA or when Anarchy had a show there or the former company that ran there, this show is in the same building, but if you don't go and see it in person and you watch it on YouTube, you would think it's a whole different building because it looks so much different than what SCA uses. So it's almost like your own arena, even though you're inside the same arena.
That I will give a lot of credit to the guys within the Royston Dome that gave me the option to, hey, let's build something here. Let's do something different to help, because we're going for a much different vibe. They say it. There's just a different feel that we're going or just different. Just a more, I keep saying, it's that mid-2000s Ring of Honor, PWG. I'm trying to promote that kind of almost rabid kind of culture for it. And over time, we're getting closer and closer to where I want to be. And obviously, this is all learning experience, especially for someone like me who is so young, in the business at least. It's a unique experience, is what I argued.
Yeah, it feels good. You've had Nerview, and almost place that ran inside that same building, but it's almost like you're in your own building. I think your phone's about to go dead.
That's great.
You can't be on here too much longer.
Well, we're not finished.
Dad,
I should realize that.
Mom said hey.
Oh, hey, Alpha Boss.
Hey, Grace.
Glad you're here.
Yeah.
We tried to get her and my twin boys out here as well, but they wanted to go see my mother-in-law, my wife's mother, so that's where they are. So it's me and my daughter, and that's it. She's working tonight, holding the camera for me. So I got her sitting here working. Anything you want to say, baby?
Making me work. That's all I can
Making
say.
you work?
That's
Wow.
it.
I do something. She's been out of school the last 2 days. I'm gonna put her to work.
Bet.
You can't go to school. You can sit home and do something. But is there anything else you want to say, Desilva?
Not particularly, man.
I know we wanted to break down the show because it's coming up in 3 weeks. So I wanted to go ahead and do this video because that way everybody has plenty of time to watch the video, whether you watch it tonight or later on, whatever. And in the next day or so, I'll get on my YouTube page and I will forward it to everybody in the wrestling business. That way everybody has a chance to see it. So if you don't watch it and you don't see it, you can't say, I didn't know. You just chose not to watch it. So we got 3 weeks from Sunday. It's on March 1st. February, short month. So we have one last week in February. So the show is 3 weeks from this Sunday. So we want to see everybody there. I'd say the last show we probably had close to 125, 130 there in the crowd.
Well, I'll put it to you like this. While I don't know the exact numbers yet, just because I haven't went back and watched the tape, in terms of our gate and just the look, we've blown every metric that we had out of the water, and it was super encouraging to see because we had a good run in terms of our crowds getting bigger and bigger, but that one we made a really big jump in the span of a couple of weeks from our Snowfall show to Reborn in January. We really, I guess for me, it's almost humbling to a certain extent, and I almost get emotional when I think about it because this is my dream. I wish I was able to find it before this, but like I found a few days ago when we were cleaning out the room, I found these when I was like, I want to say 9 because my handwriting was still dog shit. It was still terrible.
Mine is still bad.
But I'm showing some of the guys that are bookers and like booking shows. I had wrote months of TV for wrestling with Mario characters. I'm talking like 7 months of formats, match times, finishes, commentary notes. In terrible handwriting, and I said, like, this is what I've wanted to do. I've wanted to be a pro wrestler. I've wanted to promote shows and do all these things, and because of the people that I've met, I've been afforded a lot of these opportunities, and it's awesome. I live the best life in the world. I say it to everyone.
We were close to selling that place out last show, so the hopes is doing this video so that in the next 3 weeks we can have more than we had last show. But now what Desilva's not telling you is he had that big crowd all because he had Brandon Todd as a referee. No, I'm just kidding, but I will say that. But that's not true. Nobody has ever in all my years bought one ticket to see me, but I can still say that and still think that.
And it's still funny. It's still great. Like, it's the best thing in the world when you have, like, randomly a whole bunch of your work for it. Count it. That works for me.
Even my own wife, before she would become a manager, when she would go to a show, she wouldn't watch me. So nobody's ever come to a show to watch me, but it still feels good to say it.
They come to see me.
They come
probably.
See,
that's right.
They come to see you. They probably come see our twin boys fight the whole time. But if Desilva, nothing else you want to say, that's going to wrap it up.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much.
Very much appreciated.
Everybody on Facebook, everybody on YouTube, thank y'all for tuning in.
Goodbye.
Thank y'all for peeping. Thank y'all. March 1st.
Just hit the stop.